What is the purpose of life? Well, is there a purpose? Since the beginning of time, humans have come up with various philosophies and ideologies concerning the true purpose of our existence. Two philosophies that stand out amongst the others are existentialism and nihilism. From afar, they might appear similar, but you'll soon realize how different they really are. Before moving forward, I'd like to address that there are many different branches of both these philosophies. In this video, I'll be discussing Jean-Paul Sartre's take on existentialism and existential nihilism. Existentialism is a philosophy that originated in Europe and became extremely popular after the devastating events of World War II. One of the first people to describe themselves as an existentialist was a man by the name of Jean-Paul Sartre. The basis of his thought can be summed up as follows. What all existentialists have in common is the fundamental doctrine that existence precedes essence. To put this in simpler terms, we as human beings have no predefined box that we must fit into. We create meaning for our lives by the decisions we make and the paths we decide to go down. You are being judged based on the actions you take and not by what you think you are. You are held fully accountable for your behavior, and this shapes your reality moving forward. According to existentialism tells us that we are the artists of our lives and we are free to create our own destinies. We have no ineluctable fate. There are millions of different paths to choose and we are not bound to a singular timeline. Alas, on the downside of such freedom, many people may face something called existential dread. This means that they are overwhelmed by the amount of uncertainties life has to offer. According to psychology, existential crises are inner conflicts characterized by the impression that life lacks meaning or by a confusion about one's personal identity. Ironically, that is beauty of existentialism. We create our grand purpose in life without any preconceived ideas getting in the way. Life does not give us meaning, but we give meaning to life. Nihilism is another European philosophy that arose during the 19th century when people started to become tired of the local government and wondered what made people in power more important than your average Joe. What makes someone a better candidate to rule a nation if everyone was born from nothingness? If there was no real point to anything, why do some people get to be treated better than others? These are a few questions that a nihilist would ask you. To get into the mind of the nihilist and fully understand the theories of nihilism, ask yourself why you believe what you believe. If you keep digging deeper, you will get to a point where there is no longer a definite answer. Regardless of religion or science, the question why or what is the point will never have a direct answer. This is where nihilism comes into play. The word itself comes from the Latin term nihil, which means nothing. The conclusion to them is that there is no purpose or answer. We are here merely to just survive and someday die. Life for a nihilist is inherently meaningless. Nihilism claims that life is what you make it, but don't become too attached, because we all have the same fate, death. How uplifting, although it can feel liberating to accept this mindset. In nihilism, it is simply believed that as life is meaningless, so let it be that way. Whereas at the other side, existentialists believe that regardless, if we came from nothing, you are here now, and that is what matters. As long as you are alive at this very moment, you can decide your fate.